Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Pranu's Magical Creations. Today I'm going to show you how to paint on seashells, and I'm also going to show you my seashell painting collection. So let's get started. So now I'm going to paint these seashells that I've collected from the Pondicherry. So these are the required materials you need to paint. So first you will need some paint brushes. You will also need a dotting tool, but this is optional. And these are the shells that I've collected. These are the tools that I'm going to be painting on. You'll also need some paint water and some paint. You can paint a white coat if you have a shell like this with other colors, but if it's just a white shell like this, you don't need to paint the top coat. So I'm going to be painting on this shell first. So I'm going to take the white paint and I'm going to start painting on the shell. So I've painted the white coat on this one, and this one is just natural. So on this one I will be teaching you how to make a sunset. So for the sunset you will need 3 colors: red, orange and yellow. Okay, so we're going to go darkest to lightest. So first we're going to use a bit of coral red, and we're going to paint the top of the shell with coral red. Okay, now before it dries, we need to quickly open up orange. Now I'm going to paint the orange. Then you are going to wipe off a bit of my paint, and now we blend. See there, it has made a beautiful red to orange gradient, and now I'm going to finish up the orange, and yeah. Now I'm going to take some yellow and apply it right below my orange. We're going to wipe, take our brush and blend the 2 colors together to make a really pretty orange to yellow gradient. So after letting it dry for about 5 minutes, the paint has completely dried. Now time to paint the details with black. Now for this, our detail brush will come in use, and also our dotting tool. So first I'm going to wet the brush and wipe it a bit with the tissue. And to open up the black, I'm going to start painting on the bottom of the shell with black paint. Now we're going to make some sand. I'm going to make it a little bumpy. Don't make the sand too thick. Let it be a thin layer of sand. Now we're going to paint this in with black. We're going to use our dotting tool. I'm going to use the thicker side of this. Dip it in some black paint, and now we're going to make our sun. During sunset, the sun looks a bit black, so I'm going to make the sun black. Okay, from here you can personalize your seashell. If you want, you can leave it like this, add some palm trees, birds, or you can even draw a camel. Here I'm going to show you how to draw some palm trees on this. So here I'm going to draw the palm tree. You can make it however big you want. We're going to draw its leaves. After painting this, you're going to add little leaves like this, and you keep doing that and your palm trees will be done. Okay, so your strokes are supposed to go downward like this and hold it at an angle like that. And now I'm going to paint a few birds in the sky because I think that would look really pretty. My sunset shell painting is done. This is how it looks. Okay, so now we are going to use some ultramarine blue for the top part of this shell. Going to use this just at the top for the darker part of the sea. Next we're going to use light blue and we're going to blend these two colors together for a pretty gradient. And after we get the gradient, we're going to paint the whole shell light blue. Now if you want, you can use a little bit of white at the edge. I think it looks really nice for a 3-color gradient. Now I'm going to use the sand color. This is yellow ochre. And we're going to paint some sand over here. You can paint it however thick you like, but I'm going to make it a thin layer of sand. So now I'm going to paint a few rocks. We're going to take some brown paint and we're going to draw a few rocks like this. You can make them here and there. After painting the rocks, wherever are the rocks, there are going to be seaweed. The seaweed has to be wavy. Now I'm going to use deep yellow paint. I'm going to draw an oval for one fish. You can make any color you want, orange, yellow. And now time for the fins. Now after painting the solid colors of the fish, I am going to take the black and make some black details. Painted the fishes and now I'm going to paint the bubbles with my dotting tool and some pearl white. You can also use regular white, but I think this looks much better. Just all around. And this shell is done. These are the two completed shells. Don't they look pretty? Now we have to protect the paint, don't we? I use this Mod Podge Fevicryl gloss. You can also use varnish, but I feel this works well too. I'm going to put a tiny bit of Mod Podge straight on the shell. And you can also use a brush, but sometimes brushes can smudge the paint. So I am going to instead use this sponge applicator. And I'm going to apply this slowly. Don't put too much pressure on this because that can ruin. This takes about 10 to 15 minutes to dry if you apply a thick layer. But if it's a thin layer, it takes only about 2 to 5 minutes. It's really fast drying. This is my collection of painted seashells. So this is a seashell frame. I decided to leave it plain without painting it because this was just so naturally pretty. And this is my favorite seashell, so I decided to make this into a fridge magnet. This one is a sunset with some water. This is a K-pop seashell. This is a day and night seashell. This one is made with puffy paint and multicolors. This is a snowman. This is one more sunset seashell. This is an underwater seashell. A galaxy with I Love Pondy seashell. This is one more I Love Pondy. This is abstract art with a naturally beautiful shell. This is soothing, relaxing shell. This rainbow mini shell. This is my multicolored spiral. This is Candyland shell. This is made with yarn and paint. This is one more with yarn and paint. This is a dog made with 2 seashells. This is one more abstract art with glass paint. This is a colorful scene. This is one more relaxing shell. This is an underwater black and blue shell. This is Holy shell. It's written as Holy here. This unicorn drippy shell. This underwater shell that we just made. This sunset shell that we just made. This close-up ice cream shell. This beach scene with this written on the back. And one more I Love Pondy shell. A sunrise shell. A peacock shell. A strawberry shell. A pierced heart shell. Not least, Love Yourself Galaxy shell. This is my whole collection of painted seashells. Hope you like these. And these are super colorful and creative, all made by me. You can turn anything into an art masterpiece. You just need to have a creative eye and the commitment to do it. Hope you all liked my video. Thanks for watching. Bye guys!